So today we're going to focus on how the author organizes his text or her text and how one event can lead to another in a next paragraph. So if we look at page 4 and 5 in our close read, we're going to read paragraphs 1 and 2, and you're going to watch as I model thinking about how the author organizes text and how one event leads to the next event. Here we go. Alexander Graham Bell, It Talks, by Kathy Fergang. Telephones have connected people to one another since the late 1800s. Alexander Graham Bell invented this important communication tool. Bell was born in Scotland in 1847. His mother was deaf. This made Bell want to learn all about sound. He learned how it travels as vibrations or sound waves. He wanted to find new ways for people to communicate. As an adult, Bell taught at several schools for deaf students in Boston. His wife was also deaf. All the while, he kept learning more about how sound works. He also studied the human voice. Okay, so just from paragraph 1 and 2, I'm going to think what the author is trying to tell me based on the title and what I read. So according to the title, it's Alexander Graham Bell, so I have a feeling it's all about him. And then It Talks. So what in paragraph 1 and 2 tells me about Alexander Graham Bell where something talks? Okay, so based on paragraph 1, I can tell, let me use my tools here, that because his mom was deaf, so the author uses cause and effect. Because his mom was deaf, it made Bell want to learn about sound. And in paragraph 1 and 2, it's all about him either learning about sound or teaching about sound. So that's cause and effect. So because his mom was deaf, Bell wanted to learn about sound. And if we look at paragraph 2, again, he decides because he's learning about sound that he's going to go and teach deaf students. And also we learned that his wife is also deaf. So here's my notes for paragraph 1 and 2. Sticking out here. And I always like to cite my evidence. In paragraphs 1 and 2, it talks about cause and effect. The author says that Alexander Graham Bell studied the human voice because his mom was deaf. Oops. So everything started for him when he realized his mom was deaf. Because his mom was deaf, he learned about sound waves. He taught at deaf students in Boston. He married he has a deaf wife, and he kept continuing to learn and study about the human voice. So I'm inferring based on the paragraph that the author showed me cause and effect to tell me why he decided to study voice. So again, cause and effect. Because his mom was deaf, Alexander Graham Bell studied voice, taught deaf students in Boston, and married a deaf lady. All because his mom was deaf. So there's the cause and effect connection. So what you're going to do is you're going to read paragraphs 3 and 4, and you're going to find out the same thing. What does the author do? How does the author organize paragraph 3 and 4 to get his message across? Is it sequencing? Is it cause and effect? Is it opinion? And that's what you're going to decide. And then you're going to do 5 and 6, and you're going to answer the question on the slide, day 2 slide, number 5 right here. So if you read the instructions on slide 5, it tells you what to do. There's sentence starters there to help you as well. Good luck!